active enumeration, right? Taking sort of information that we found from our Nmap scans that we were just doing and leveraging more understanding of what's happening on that system when we get there, right? Active scanning can also happen as you land in that initial exploitation zone, right? Whatever that first node or that first host target that you land on, you can actually leverage a lot of commands living on the land, right? LOL, tools that already exist on those targets. And some that can help you are tools that will find hosts, that will find services, enumerate users that are logged in or user accounts that exist, as well as scraping, right? Domain information. And we're going to talk more about website reconnaissance next, okay? So with enumerating hosts and services, you have tools like net, which I'll show you, and ARP, IP config, which will give IP address information on a Windows machine. It's ifconfig if you're on Linux. Display DNS is a really great one. Remember, domain name systems will give you a lot more information that should be allowed that really helps you with targeting, helps you find host names as they resolve to IP addresses, and that can really help with your targeting, especially when you leverage a tool like Nmap, like we were just talking about, and furthering our scans against those targets. Tools like Finger and getting on a target and running tools like Uname can obviously be a great help. Displaying the operating system's name and version when you get there. So if some things that we could run when we get to a target, right? Finger's a good one. We see that the login, I'm logged in as Callie. Okay. The other thing that is really helpful is ARP, if just simply ARP, okay? ARP can help you see what's tied in locally on an Ethernet switch or some kind of subnet or a logical VLAN that's been set up, right? This can help identify targets on a subnet. You can also go with the display DNS I was telling you about. Well, that's I don't know if that works on Linux. Yeah, that's a Windows. Let me get the command prompt pulled up. And this doesn't get bigger unless you edit it. Oh, it looks super tiny. Well, forget that. Let's just focus on Linux commands for right now. So uname TAC A. Okay, so here we see what flavor of Linux I'm using and an actual version. Okay, and this is really good for target enumeration, finding out the underlying operating system all the way down to the versioning. Especially when you're trying to tailor your exploits, you can leverage this information, searching through the exploit DB, looking for these specific version numbers, looking for any exploits tied to this specific vendor or this specific, flavor. Obviously, Kali is just what I'm using, but if you were up against a scan and you see Windows XP, right, and we get on that target, which is highly unlikely, but you're on an XP and you run something like uname TAC A, or you start getting, OS information and the version, you're like, oh my gosh, I can definitely leverage an exploit to elevate my privileges and laterally move out of this ancient, vulnerable machine, right? Another tool, environment, ENV, that can show a lot of things as far as the where the go path is or where the binaries exist in a system. You can also get a lot of crazy things, right? You start going up here, you get user, you get stuff about SSH. And I'm showing you a lot on my demo, right? But it's okay. Here you can see the home path of the user that you are. Okay, so you're on the target and you are enumerating it, and you're getting around, right? You're trying to do things like find information. On a Windows system, that is a heck of a lot easier. If you use PowerShell. And let me see if I can grab this and make it bigger. Oh, hold on now. Is that too big? Okay. So PowerShell is really great on Windows targets and enumerating logged in users. So if I'm a part of a domain, which this system is not, but I can do net domain, and that will list the current logged in users domain. And then we can get net logged on if there's a specific computer. So that would be my computer. I could do get net logged on. Okay. Oh, didn't like that. Let's see. Net user, right? Okay. Man, scare me, dude. Okay, so I am logged in as a guest. I see CDR11 as an administrator. Chris. I see there's this other thing here. We got a guest. So there's some things going on here. We got net groups, which we could also use to see information about if there was an administrators group. We can enumerate what users were a part of that group. And PowerShell has a lot of other things that you can use. You're not going to have to know the PowerShell commands necessarily for the exam, but definitely leveraging the Linux commands and using stuff like uname TAC-A specifically and finding OS information. Okay, that's a really great one. Domain scraping, if you are on a domain, right? If you come across Active Directory and directory services and you have a domain controller and you start, trying to gather information about specific organizational units, OUs, how are the users grouped together? How are the host machines, right? The devices themselves, are they separated out by sections, departments? Do you have an OU that's HR? Do you have an OU that's R&D, right? Research and development, or help desk, right? You want to know that because when you're starting to scan your environment using tools like Bloodhound, okay, which can obviously help during a pen test, and that's really sort of advanced, right? It's not necessarily a part of the Pentest Plus exam, but knowing how to use a tool like Bloodhound, which will associate users and their groups that are assigned, and those groups can actually bleed privileges into other types of groups that they're connected to, and that can really help you leverage elevated permissions and lateral movement and finding a path to something as juicy as the DC, right? Where the Active Directory lives. Okay, getting that user information, getting the group information, anything that you can find on the domain. If there's more than one domain, if you're talking about a forest or transitive trust types of domains, you want to know that so that you can leverage vulnerabilities, right? Exploit vulnerabilities in that trust, take advantage of it. Identifying hosts and services. That's really what it comes down to with Active Reconnaissance, all right?